Back here in my parents' basement with my mom, and we're here again with the Evolpow M2A Smith machine. What we're going to do today is go through a whole full body workout. So if you're getting into lifting, you're newer, not sure what you want to do, how you want to do it, this is the type of program that I designed for people to just get everything. You can do this type of exercise twice. We're actually going to go over 2 different ones, so keep a lookout for the next video. But this is going to be the full body A workout plan, and we're going to be looking at doing legs, chest, back, arms, everything in a time efficient manner so you can get your workout in, not push too hard, get used to it, and as you get more comfortable, as you get more comfortable and stronger doing those things, then you can start incorporating more things, and maybe an upper lower body day and then a full body workout, and start adding more if you want to get more out of it. But just starting out, we don't want to go too hard, too crazy, because you're probably going to be sore even after an easy workout. So let's start this with some legs. Starting out with squats and side laterals. So we're going to try to do 2 exercises back and forth so we can do legs and shoulders, because they're not going to affect each other when you're doing the various exercises. So we're going to start out with the squats because we want to hit the legs, but we're not going to go straight to the bar, because you may think, oh, I need to load lots of weight on here because I see people online doing squats with lots of weight. It doesn't take a whole lot, especially if you're not used to it. So our first set, we're just going to warm up holding onto the bar and doing 15 reps, just slow all the way down and back up. You want to keep your back straight and really feel it in your quads.
Here are my creaky knees.
Just keeping your back straight because you want to put all the pressure into your legs and not your back. So we're going to superset that here with some lateral raises. So we're hitting our legs and the shoulders. If you get a little bit tired from the legs, it's okay because your shoulders are still fresh, then you go do that. And we're going back and forth so that we're not wasting time doing a bunch of sets of squats and doing a bunch of sets of shoulders, and it takes a long time. So we're just going to be doing 3 different rounds of these, what they're called supersets, doing different muscle groups. So we're squatting, now doing some lateral raises, and the same thing. We're going to be shooting for 3 sets on all these. 15 reps is the first warm-up, then 10 to 15 with a little more weight, then 10 to 15 again for the final heavier weight. But for this, we're just going to stick with the 5-pound weights and try to hit 15 each time. Now we're moving on to the bar, doing squats with that. So you want to get directly under the bar, keeping your back straight and just going down as far as comfortable and back up. Or bring like this part of your foot. All right, there you go. And with the Smith machine,
that hurts my back.
So you just want to go down as low as what's comfortable, so big breath and tighten your stomach, and then just go down as far as comfortable and then back up. And as she's doing that, I can see how low she's going, and we can set some safeties here. That's the nice thing about a Smith rack. If you can't get back up, you can rack it anywhere you need and set safeties as well, so if you get to the bottom and can't get up at all, then you're done. There you go.
Everything felt fine except right there.
Well, they have pads you can get. So if you're not used to squatting, so if you're not used to squatting either, it can start to hurt right here. Like I remember when I was powerlifting and before I did a bodybuilding competition, I had a big, almost looked like a scab dry patch on the top of my back from doing squats heavy all the time. And it was, as I was getting leaner too, it was digging into my bone more. So there's pads you can get to put over the bar, and that'll make it a lot more comfortable. So we'll get one of those for her.
I like those.
Yeah, so that was on, when you touched, it was on 4.
Yeah.
So you typically want to go a little bit below because you don't want to hit something every time. So that if you can't get up, then you can just go back down and control it down. And obviously you want to get up. So something else to show you real quick too. As you're doing the squats, you don't necessarily have to always add more weight either, because for most people when they're starting out, you may only be able to go about this far, and that's as far as comfortable for you, and that's fine. I only squatted down like maybe parallel at the most for 4 years, and my legs got pretty big. But as you get more comfortable and looser, you can go further and further until you can go all the way down and back up. And I prefer doing that versus just putting more and more weight on the bar, because you're putting more stress on your back, whereas you can do lighter weight, go down deeper, get more stretch out of your legs, make it more difficult without putting more stress on your back. So as you progress, try to go a little bit deeper in the squats, as long as it's not hurting your back or anything like that. And you'll get more out of it, and you'll start to feel it not just here, but it moves up your quad all the way into your hip, and you'll feel it work in there, and that strengthens your hips too, and that's helped with my lower back issues. So that's what we would do for legs and shoulders, 3 sets, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing, which is going to be chest and back. What?
I feel like I'm deer in a headlight. I already forgot what those were.
Your chest is right here, and your back is right here.
No, I mean the exercise. Oh, is that when I sit down?
Mm-hmm. If you're pulling, you're using your back. If you're pushing, you're typically using your chest. So I hear people say push day or pull day. Push would be
Push.
like your triceps, you're pushing, your shoulders, your chest. A back, you're pulling for your biceps.
So pulls your back, pushes your chest.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do for this next variation, we're gonna do the chest fly. That's something nice about this machine, is there's all kinds of different attachments. And you can do bench press, which is gonna be on our B day, but for this one, for the A day, we're gonna be doing chest flies. So you just get all the way back there. We've got weights loaded back here, and you hold it, and you just chest fly right in. And when you're doing your exercises, you wanna squeeze and then control on the way back out with all of them. So squat, control on the way down, push up fast. With your lateral raises, fast, and then let back down. With the chest flies, we're squeezing and then controlling it back out. And I like these because a bench press, depending on the angles, you can use your shoulders more, your triceps, your chest. With this, you can feel it in your chest, you get a pump, and you can tell that you're working it. Yeah, control on the way out. All right, just gonna stand up. And we can, then for the back exercise, just lift this up, slide it out of the way. And we're gonna do seated rows. When you're doing rows, we're focusing on our back. You wanna keep your back straight, let your arms all the way forward, and you pull back. I try to pull it down low into my waist so you really feel it in your lats more. The higher up you get, you're gonna start feeling your biceps and your traps. You're gonna use your traps still, so I'm doing this, but we're focusing on the lats. And with doing these full body workouts, I like to focus on compound movements for everything for beginners, because you're gonna hit all your main muscle groups doing these types of things. Just all the way in, and all these you wanna do the contraction fast and then control on the way back. Here, in your back.
Yeah.
And as you're doing these, I always tell people you want to write down what you're doing, how much weight, how many reps, so when you go back next time you can say, okay, I did this, I'm going to try to do a little bit more weight. If you got to the total amount of reps you wanted, like you get to the top range of 15 reps, I'm going to add some more weight and then go back down to like shoot for 10 to 12 and then slowly move back up to 15, then you add weight again.
I lost count.
You're fine.
I'm done.
And that's what you call progressive overload. So we've done legs, chest, back, and shoulders. What's left, the main thing, is biceps and triceps. Now you've done that some with the pulling exercises, with the pushing exercises, but we're gonna do a little more emphasis on them. And that's where this cable comes in handy here. So we're gonna use the tricep press down.
We're doing head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Yeah, pretty much. If you want to know what to work out, well, I guess not your head, but shoulders, knees.
It is your
well,
head.
Those are all your
It
joints.
is your head because you have to be mentally prepared.
Those are all your joints, but
And I'm not mentally prepared.
all the muscles that are around those joints. How about that? So a lot of people sit here and pull these down. We're not doing that. We want to focus on the triceps. So back straight, pull it down to where your elbows are on the side, and then push down. Same thing, control it up, and then push down hard as you're doing the triceps.
Just go right to here.
Yeah, just right to where it's comfortable. You just don't want to let your arms come back up like this. You're keeping your elbows to your sides. Push down hard, out as far as you can. You'll really feel your triceps flex, and then control on the way back up. And you don't have to do a lot of weight. You'll start to feel this, especially when you're doing 10 to 15 reps. It'll start to burn towards the end. And this whole cable system slides all the way back here to the weight stack machine, so you can load the plates on however many you need, and it's easy to just slowly go up by 5 pounds or more. So then from that, you could use the cable machines for, you could just slide that down and do cable curls. You could use this and do curls on it, but we have this bench here as well that Evolpow sent to use. This doesn't come with the set, but they have it on the website. It's got a lot more attachments, and we're gonna use it for this. So you can plate load it down here and do preacher curls. I like this because you can't swing the weight, you can't cheat. So it's just like before. You're gonna pull it up and then control it on the way back down.
I gotta control that.
There you go. And then you're doing that back and forth. So you do your triceps, your biceps, and your arms are gonna get a good pump. You're gonna work them well, and it's not too difficult. We're working this muscle. And on the tricep press down, you're working that muscle. Nice. So that is the full body workout. A plan here on this M2A Smith machine. Again, we're focusing on doing something for legs, shoulders, chest, back, and the arms. And you can throw in some calves in there if you want to do some calf raises. There's not really a good thing to do that with on here. You could get maybe a couple plates on the ground and get underneath the bar and just do some calf raises like that. A lot of people skip calves, but if it's something you want to do, I would suggest it. You could throw it in there with the tricep and bicep and just throw calves in as well. But 3 sets total. Again, the first one's just lightweight warm up, shooting for around 15 reps. Then we're adding weight, so it's getting more difficult, not to where you're failing at the end, because we're not trying to go crazy yet. Shooting for 10 to 15 reps. Ideally the higher end, 15, and then you add a little bit more weight for your last set, and it's starting to get difficult where if you could get to 15 and you're failing there, then maybe stop shy around 12 to 13 reps, because we don't want to push too hard. You don't want to hurt yourself. The idea is to slowly get stronger. You don't want to get too sore where you're feeling terrible for days. You just want to maybe feel a little bit of soreness in the muscles the next day. By the time 3 or 4 days later you get to your next full body workout, you'll be feeling good to go. But let me know if you have any questions about this plan. Again, keep a lookout for the next B plan, because there's some different variations of the exercise we're going to do to hit those muscle groups in different ways. Comment below with whatever you want, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you next time. So another thing you can do with this bench is sit here and you have the opportunity to do leg extensions. And you can raise this up, turn around, and do leg curls as well. So that's something you can do, but for these types of full body workouts, I don't like doing that type of stuff. I would say that for a leg only day, if you're doing upper, lower, or push-pull legs. Because when we're just trying to choose something to do for legs, squats and lunges are pretty much the best for getting your whole legs and working them really good. So that's something you can incorporate in, but for me, I like the compound movements because you get more done in less time.